Hello, Dadpreneurs. Adam Dukes here, and in this video, I'm going to share with you 3 tips when advertising on Facebook. I'm going to share kind of a case study, some numbers, a client I'm running some Facebook ads for. Now, I typically don't do client work. However, this was a referral from a friend, and I've actually been having fun with the campaign selling a physical product using ClickFunnels, and I want to share a couple of tips when running Facebook ads. I've been doing it since 2012. I make a ton of mistakes. I talk about it a lot on the channel. Still to this day, damn near 8 years later, I started in the fall of 2012. I'd say 75 to 80% of my ads still fail to this day. That's very common. The best of the best will admit that. Maybe not on a YouTube video, but behind closed doors, they will admit they fail far more often, and that's one of the secrets or one of the tips I'm going to share. You can see over there, I got my dry erase board that I ended up picking up off Amazon. So I'm going to be doing some dry erase boards. I'm going to let the world see my horrendous 3rd grade like handwriting here very soon. And that's not even fair to 3rd graders. It's worse than 3rd graders. So it's going to be a challenge if I'm doing any type of writing. But I'm excited to start using that to do some YouTube videos and probably some Facebook Lives here very soon. So let me switch over my screen. I'm going to show you some of the numbers. And we'll present. So explode your Facebook profits. 3 tips to catapult your Facebook results. And this will work with generating leads on Facebook as well. It's not just to generate sales. It's running Facebook ads in general. And honestly, it's running online advertising. It doesn't matter if it's Google, if it's YouTube, if it's Snapchat, if it's Instagram. Really doesn't matter. Or it's offline marketing as well. If you're doing TV, radio, these same principles apply to really any type of advertising. So here is a screenshot from May. This is when I started working with this lady. So cost per purchase is how much it costs to get a customer. Let me see. So it's $19.90. That's what she was paying per customer when I kind of took over in, I think it was about mid-May-ish, something along those lines. So CPA is one metric that I look at, and average order value is another. Those are the 2 main ones I look at. I'll share a spreadsheet here in a second. But those are the 2 ones that I really look at. And then so in ClickFunnels in May, the average order value was $36.51. So spending $20 to earn $36 in a sense. But remember, this is a physical product. So the cost of goods, the cost of the product, and also the cost of the shipping, envelope, all that is right around $8. It's $8.10, something along those lines. So, and I'll have a breakdown I'll show you. So we're at $36.51 for average order value in May. So cost per acquisition was $19.90. Average order value was $36.51. Cost of goods, like I said, is $8. So the profit is $8.61 per customer. Not too bad, pretty decent. With e-commerce, cash flow is very, very important. So you have to remember that. So when you're making money, you want to try to profit as much as possible in a sense on the front end. However, not too much, because if you're profiting too much on the front end, you're not scaling hard enough. But with e-commerce, it's a bit different. Cash flow is king. And if you're scaling too fast, you could run into cash flow problems. It happened to me a couple of years ago. I actually went negative in my bank account. And it was worth going negative in my bank account because I ran into cash flow issues and paying the late fees or the overdraft fees because I was making so much money on the ads. I was like, I don't care, I'll pay the fees. So cash flow is definitely an issue. And that's the thing with Facebook. It can be a good thing and bad thing, but you can scale up so damn fast that you run into cash flow problems, and sometimes you don't realize it till it happens. So you have to, especially selling physical products, you have to keep in mind cash flow issues. Here is July. So I took this screenshot yesterday. It was obviously it's only half the month, but cost per purchase is $11, down from $19.90. So almost about half. Cut it in half with almost $20 to about $11, and then average order value is up about $1, almost $2. So this is with help of my buddy. He's doing the funnel stuff, the sales pages, split testing, testing out different quantities of orders, ordering more stuff, things like that, order bumps and all that. So increasing the average order value. So that's up about $2. So here's a breakdown in a So CPA in July is 11.10. Average order value 38.43. Cost of goods once again is $8. So profit now we're at $19.33. So we were at $8 and some change before, and now we're at almost $20 per customer profit. And so how do we go about doing that? So the four things, or I should say the three things of running Facebook ads that you have to take into consideration is, first is tracking. You have to track. So let me show my spreadsheet that I used that I created back in 2014, I think. I actually got it from Jason Hornung, who's a big Facebook advertiser, then I kind of tweaked it. But you have to track it. I prefer tracking it daily. Here are kind of the numbers of the spreadsheet, and this is from numbers before I was even running it. So here is for the month of May. So like I said, I like to track by individual each day. So the ad spend, the number of clicks, the cost per click, the number of sales, cost per acquisition, CPA, the sales conversion rate, total sales, return on ad spend, average order value, and then this is the profit right here. So this was for May when I took over, and now we're at July here. And we have, like I said, decreased the cost per acquisition damn near in half. So how do we go about doing that? So tracking is essential. Like I said, I do it daily. I manually do it just so I'd look at it. I don't go through every single day. Every 2 to 3 days I'll update it. But it gives me an idea of what to look for, what's working, what's not. Hey, the cost to click is going up, things like that. So tracking is number one. It's essential. The number two is T for testing. Testing. We're testing different images, we're testing different videos, we're testing different audiences, all kinds of things, and just kind of throwing basically a bunch of shit at the wall and seeing what sticks. And that's what it takes with Facebook ads. Like I said, most of the ads are failing. However, like I said, we dropped that cost per acquisition nearly in half because we tested, found a winning ad, a video ad that's doing really, really, really well. In some ad sets, the video's not doing amazing overall, like every ad set, but some ad sets it's doing really well. In other ad sets, it might be an image ad. So again, back to testing just random things, not random things, I shouldn't say that, but testing a lot of different variables, different images, different videos, different copy, and different audiences, and different placements, I should say. Facebook, so if it's in the newsfeed, the mobile newsfeed, the desktop, Instagram, what else? Audience network, video feed, all that. So testing different places and then the audiences. So 5 different places you want to test, and just kind of, like I said, throw it all out there, let it run for a few days, see what's working, double down on what's working, spend more money on what's working, and then pause or turn off what's not working, basically. So it's all about testing a ton of things and just finding what works. We wouldn't have found that winning video ad to cut the now cost per acquisition for the video ad. It's like $5.88. And we were at $19.90. So that's just one specific ad set. It's doing really, really, really well. But overall, we're about $12. So that's the power of testing, throwing it out there. Doesn't work. Oh, found a winner. Let's focus on that one. Turn it up. Let's spend more money. Let's test that winner against other audiences. So you're like basically a scientist, just testing all kinds of things, all kinds of different variations. There's hundreds of thousands of combinations. So just testing. And then the third tip would be the mindset. And this is the tough one. This is by far the hardest one. Not many people talk about this one. I'll share a story that I did in 2015. I was running a Shopify store, and I was doing it was starting to increase. The sales were going well. I couldn't get over the mental hurdle of spending over $100 a day in Facebook ads. I would spend 97, I'd spend 98, I'd spend 91, I'd spend 84. I just could not get over $100, and it was all in my head. I was like, if I spend over 100, if everything's going to break and it's going to fall apart. And I talk about it often, but I listened to a song from a rapper, Young Jeezy, called "Scared Money Don't Make Money." I honestly had it in my headphones or my speakers, I can't remember, over and over again. Finally, one day I spent over $100, and what do you know, nothing broke. I made more sales. So within 12 days, I was spending $400 a day, and it was just all mindset. I compare it to Roger Bannister when he broke the 4-minute mile. Everybody in the world thought 4-minute mile was physically impossible. There are scientists that said it cannot be done. The body cannot handle that. And in May of 1954, Roger Bannister broke the 4-minute mile. I think it was like 3:59. Within like a year, there was like a dozen people that broke the 4-minute mile because he did it. So that was my 4-minute mile experience with Facebook ads. I couldn't get over the $100 a day mark, but once I did, it was just through the moon. So the mindset is important, and it ties back into the tracking. You have to base your decisions on the numbers. It cannot be emotional. It's got to be like, look at the numbers, no emotion. Look at the numbers on your spreadsheet and go off of that. Base it off of that. Don't let this get in the way because it can screw everything up. That's why I find it a little bit easier to run ads for clients, because there's not much emotion tied into it, as opposed if it's for yourself, because then it's your money and you're concerned about it. Not that you're not concerned about clients' money, but you just don't have as much of an emotional attachment. You can go by the data. Look at the data on the spreadsheet, and then you can make decisions. Data-driven decisions, not emotionally charged ones. Hey, we didn't make any sales today. Let's cut off the ads. Oh, no, calm down. That's one more tip I should add is, let's add a fourth one. Don't look at it day by day. This is a huge one. Facebook ads is going to be like this. Look at it week by week. Even better, look at it month by month. If you're going down each month, then that's a cause for concern. But if you didn't make sales on Tuesday, or sales dropped off on Tuesday, don't panic and turn them off on Wednesday. Just keep going. Look at it weekly, ideally monthly, though. That's another tip I forgot about. So those are the 4 tips on how to run Facebook advertising, or Instagram, or Google, or YouTube, or whatever platform. It really doesn't matter. Online or offline, you need to track it. You need to test it. You need to make data-driven decisions, so your mindset. And then the 4th one would be give it time. Be patient with it. Look at it weekly or monthly. Like I said, I prefer monthly, month by month. You'll drive yourself absolutely shit-back crazy if you look at it daily. And I am speaking from years and years of experience. So I wanted to share that quick case study and a few tips along the way that I've learned over the last several years running Facebook ads. More mindset stuff, more tactical stuff. Maybe not sexy and shiny, but very, very, very important. So hey, if you like these types of videos, make sure you hit subscribe. Click that little bell notification down below, because I release 2 videos each and every week for your viewing pleasure. As always, thank you so much for watching. I truly do appreciate it.